EP.93. We don't let nothing marinate. We get straight to the sauce. Everything saucy. Shout out my co-host Santos Boxing. Y'all already know what it is. Listen, you know how we pull up. You know how we going to give it up. No, you see the thumbnail. You see the title. Lamont Roach, Williams ZEPEDA set for June. Hey, let's get it. Let's get it. Then we got to tighten up the Ali Act. Headed to Senate. The Ali Act headed to Senate. It's a lot of foolery about to go on in boxing, y'all. That's all I can tell you, brothers, man. That's all I can tell you, brothers, man. Boxing about to get real critical out here, but to each his own. That's all I can say. To each his own, and hopefully, a lot of things get tightened up. A lot of things get to tighten up, but it ain't tightening up for the better. It's gonna tighten up for the worse. That's all I'm saying, though. Don't blame me, blame the managers. But besides that, we gonna cook. We came to cook. I'm gonna put the link in the chat. But word around town.
Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up.
Dog hit me up.
Shorty on my line, to a bitch to call back, cause she getting out of line. What's the deal? Nigga, talk, got a 9 on the mission, nigga, watch we talk. Meet me on the block, tell me everything you know, from the gun to the chips and the kilos of coke. All I see is white, never vision flash, got my hand on the birds, about 100 in the cash. Nigga, what's the math? Said I'm rich forever, ride a trap, die, got my mind in the church. Wish you could do it, if you wanna try, leave your brain, step, nigga, next to his mind, get it or die. Till it out is, full of penetration. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Back jump shot, he might shoot brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Back jump shot, he might shoot brick. Dog hit me up, he got lit. Back jump shot, he might shoot brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Back jump shot, he might shoot brick. Dog hit me up, it's so great. My praise and talking dollars and push my control. Like talking like it all over 100 pounds and get all real niggas up the back, you know, crazy homies. Put the bottom off the wall to the crazy homies. It's locked up, pulling up them in the corner. North side of the belly, from the Kobe. Big dog in the pit. The dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick. Dog hit me up, said he got lit. Bad jump shot, so he might shoot a brick.
He don't, and that's true. It's crazy, but I guess I'm the wrong one in this situation. When you watching certain things transpire in the sport of boxing, you be like, damn, is that wrong? Is that what's going on in the sport? Listen, man, once you see people trying to come in and attack the Ali Act, you already know they're trying to bring communism to the boxing. They're not trying to save the sport. They trying to fatten their pockets. The Ali Act protects the fighters here in America. Listen, I want y'all motherfuckers to pay attention. Everybody that's against the Ali Act is all from across seas, which means is the Ali Act don't work across seas. So when they come over here in America, they know this is the biggest spot for boxing. They know America is the biggest place for boxing. And what happens? What happens? All the people that come across the pond, some succeed and some become stars, and a lot don't. You feel me? And by them bringing communists to boxing, a lot of people be like, this shit happened before. Dana got it this far before, and it wasn't no. And I'm sorry, beautiful property, the bill of tour for boxing. You know, I'm just taking it tall, man. I'm gonna get some the Lamont Roach and Williams ZEPEDA situation. You know, so we know taking pitbull is really happening at 140. You know, end of June, beginning of July. You know, all fireworks. But I'm gonna keep my PVC things until April, May. I'm gonna start pushing it wide open. PVC all. I mean, I got some news for PVC, but you know, majority of the news we presented that's out right now. You know, shout out my co-host, shout out to Boxing. You know, we presented this shit probably 2.5, 3 months ago. You know, and now a lot of things is taking place now. But at the end of the day, man, when you looking at the fold of boxing by this Ali Act going to the Senate, communism, y'all, communism. Everybody, oh, they get 200 of 200 a fight. Wait, listen, this is what I want people to understand, right? When you're a professional boxer, see, people looking at the Zuffa fighters, right? When you're owing nothing, right? And you're not signed to a promotional company, this is why I say a lot of fighters need to start their own promotional companies so you can cross promote in the shipment circuit, the club circuit, the grassroots circuit. You can understand the business as a promoter. Because a fighter is only 5%. It's like the rap game. You feel me? It's just like the rap game. You know, when you sign to a big promotional company, it's just a big one. You know, but it's all about the details in the contract. You see what's happening in the version. Rick Morengian don't really know verbiage and don't really understand contracts. He put, which was dumb, instead of being a network deal, having a relationship. A relationship and a network deal was two separate things, two different things. You feel me? So by me having a relationship, nigga, I'm a promoter. I'm cross promoting. Look, Jan, his fighter is on a Barbosa. He held the main event and he signed under me. But me personally, y'all, I don't know. To me, I just came to my senses. And I realized all of them motherfuckers are part of that shit. All of them. All of them got a secret agenda. That's why I'm going to be a promoter. Hey, ain't nothing wrong with me being a promoter. I just want to be a promoter. Because when you look at that agenda, hey, you know, because at the end of the day, the promoter always got more money than the fighter. Because the promoter is the one, you know, cross promoting with another promoter. You know, they booking the venue. You know, they renting out the venue, so it might be a stadium, it might be an arena. They're gonna lock down the weekend, mainly that week. You know, they're gonna lock down the week. You know, so yes, a promoter's supposed to make a lot of change so the fighters can make money. But what's going on right now? Hey, hey. But this is the crazy thing is they're giving you an option to deal with the old guard or deal with the new guard. Why would I deal with the new guard when that UFC model is not great? See, this is the key thing I tell people, right? Fuck what we saying. You gotta listen to the UFC fighters. What the UFC fighters are talking, what the UFC fighters are mentioning. You know, a lot of people, you know, like a lot of us, a lot of other people, you know, we're just going off of what we know about, you know, the sport of boxing, certain other sports, how boxers make more money. You know, people not looking at what the UFC fighters are saying. And that's the key thing, what the fighters are saying. And the fighters are talking a lot of heavy shit. They talking a lot of heavy shit. And they don't like what's going on right now. And a lot of people don't know it's a lot of lawsuits in the background that's transpiring right now. You know, just like the PBC. You know, after the tank situation, you know, the end of 2024 all the way the whole 2025, you know, PBC been in court. PBC been in court. You know, and Al Heyman been smoking shit. Shout out PBC Spinoza. Listen, man, them boys been spanking shit. Shout out Tom Brown. Listen, them brothers been spanking shit over there, man. They go to court and they won it. They winning all of these big lawsuits. But you know, y'all favorite fighters, you know, who signed to a certain promotional company bringing dictatorship to the fold of boxing. Shout out to Teofimo Lopez who exposed that shit, man. Tio exposed that shit and blew it and knocked all of the heads off the doors, exposing that this nigga's a dictator. And then when you look at his moves is a lot of people saying that he's the Trojan horse. You know, come in, cause mass hysteria, leave. It's called communism, y'all. And you just got dumbass motherfuckers that believe that these people are trying to say something when they just trying to make their pockets full in fact. No, listen, they all listen. If I'm lying, why the fuck they zapping me right now? It's 10:34 a.m. and y'all zapping me. I'm on 10 minutes and a half into this live and y'all already zapping me. You feel me? And listen, the reason I know my following is heavy. My following is heavy. I keep telling y'all, I do 1 million views a motherfucking month. You feel me? Before I started, being a person that, to come out here and give y'all the motherfucking truth, when I was part of the bullshit, just like everybody else, nigga, my lives used to pop. The lowest I had probably was like 275, 257. But from 300 on the live all the way to 1,400 on the live. My shit was popping. It was popping. And I used to always shout out Hassan Campbell. I used to watch Hassan Campbell. Like, yo, they playing with my viewers. They're not sending out the notifications. Exactly. A lot of people thought, like, nah, he just talking. He's not being shadow banned. Until you start getting sister and shadow banned. Like, what the fuck? I went through this shit on TikTok, y'all. Don't believe me? Go on TikTok right now. Put hashtag Foreign Boy Louis or Foreign Boy Louis 13 ONE3, and go back and tell me what number of them had both hashtags. And you look at both hashtags, both of them should come up to 2.8 million. My hashtag just on TikTok. I was a 200 million view nigga on TikTok. 200 M's on TikTok, bro. They banned me 5 times. And now that I come on here since, 2023, I had a little, but 2024 summer to now, bro, man, listen, when you get a warning or you get a copyright strike, you want to know what the crazy shit is? The people email pop up. Who gave it? Bro, I can just go on my DMs and show you already / promoters / big time coaches, trainers / big time fighters. They beef with me. Shout out my co-host Santos Boxing, who stand tall with me. They beef with us. They come at us. You feel me? It's 2 of us that's holding all facts. The Opinion Sport Podcast down. Shout out me, 1-3, and shout out my co-host Santos Boxing. But when we come on here, we tell y'all the truth. But this is the crazy thing. We give it to y'all from 2 different perspectives. We give it to y'all from an old perspective, like myself, and we give it to you as a young perspective, like my co-host Santos Boxing, and like I always tell people, what you see and what you learn is your fact. It's your fact. Because sometimes when you look at the situation and you're talking about a lot of things happen. Shout out my brother, we fight all night. The shit he said be all facts too. Everybody got a fact to what we bring up. But that's what makes the channel grow. That's what makes the panel and the live. You feel me? Even the comments on the live, it makes you fire. Shout out my brother Frontline. Hey, Round 1, what up? Frontline, you already know. D1, what up? What up? Fast Life, what up? OT Boxing, what up? Timmy T, you already know. Bro. Now, man. But this is what I love about this shit, man. Come on here, and and people get to spit and tell the truth, because it's your fact. It's your fact. And then once you bring it up, 9 times out of 10, we see the shit clear as day. We see it clear as day, like, oh yeah, we see it. But me personally, shit, I want something on promotion. You know what I mean? Shit, y'all gotta let the fellas in. We changed our lives. We changed our motherfucking lives. Let me in. Yes, let me the fuck in. Real rap, real trap. Listen, I'm about to put those motherfucking eggs and spin right. You're gonna watch me cook up, Steve, and ask you, but at the end of the day, it's time. It's time. And shout out my son, championship fight this Saturday. Let's get it in. You hear me? Let's get it in. Shout out 90 days. But it's a lot going on, my brothers. It's a lot going on. Just with this idea, headed to the Senate. No, shout out GSP. Shout out Brad Cat. You got the me, Greg, and the sport, one of the greatest coaches here in Philadelphia. I love just my son won a title with him. You know what I mean? And I respect him. We want the pivot and pull it all. We want the pivot and pull it all. Man. Shout out GHBTV. You know, they giving him his channel back. And people, y'all gotta we gotta be careful who we let on our panels. You know, that's why me. I'm only dealing with the people I know that's gonna come on my panels and cook and like this bitch on fire. You know what I mean? And I got a great team, you know, especially the community. We got one of the best communities in this YouTube space. You know? Like I said, once I get off this, I can pull it up on these. Yo, what, here, take that. Let's get this interview popping. I've been waiting on this one interview. I hit him up in the DMs. I'm still waiting. I'm about to hit my husband up. He was supposed to do this shit last week. So, you know, when I'm looking into the brother, you know, he's really locked in. You know, and he got a fight coming on ROACH in April. So I'm just chilling. So during that week, I'm gonna try again. If I can't, hey, it's on to the next, man. It's on to the next. I ain't gonna sit around and harass the motherfucker. Yeah, man. When this shit just started popping, just gonna try to come up on this motherfucker. You know what I mean? Because we do the views, baby. We do the views. You know, you do things. I'm not doing the views I'm doing. And that's the motherfucker. Go check it out yourself. Go check it out yourself. A lot of these niggas ain't doing no all facts numbers. Me and Sight got this shit in the headlock. Me and Sight got this shit in the headlock. I'm telling y'all, man. You know, I'm telling y'all. You know, and I'm keeping talking. Shout out my nigga. Shout out Little City Boxing. But the interviews I keep talking. This shit on Smash. My nigga look at this shit on Smash. You know? Where the fuck my nigga H Money at? H had this shit on lockdown. Where my nigga H at? Hey H, where you at? Free H Money. They took his channel, free H Money. Hey H, you got this fuck up, my nigga. Damn. Where the fuck my nigga H at? You know, cause yo, man, shout out to H Money Boxing, man. Shout out to H Money Boxing. No, my first interview ever was on H shit. We interviewed Talent. And it was a big time for Ruler and the manager on the interview too. But shout out, you know, my co-host Santos Boxing on our channel. You know, we got the only one. Unstoppable Goons, bro. Unstoppable Goons, man. And I keep one thing I tell people about life, it's like you see this WBC title that's about to happen when you defeated Lamont Roach. A lot of people ain't know Lamont Roach was. It says Jamel Herring gave him the opportunity. Jamel gave him the opportunity, nigga. Oh, he really won that fight. But it can go either way. You feel me? The world knows Lamont Roach was walking out the top rank the champion. They knew that shit was only for Shakur Stevenson when he moved up to one. I mean, I'm just letting y'all know, broski. And y'all seeing the outcome. But at the end of the day, Lamont been campaigning at 3 weight classes, 140, 135, 130. He had a fight at 140, ended up jumping straight down to 130 to fight who? Yeah, Hector Garcia. And he got the dubs. You know, became a champion. You know, moved up 14. You know, which Tank really won that fight. Like, I don't know. You know, Tank got robbed for that fight. And if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. All you gotta do is go look at the VADA test. Look at VADA, snack, and look at the New York State Athletic Commission. Then you'll have a better understanding. Like, whoa, why y'all do that to that young boy? You know what I'm saying? No, that's all I'm just letting you know. This is how good. Eat some eggs and spinach with a nigga right now. But yes, Lamont ended up catching. He ended up beating Hector Garcia, catching the title at 130. Moved up for Tank, which Tank would have won. Went up for Pitbull at 140. Pitbull would have won. You know, end up with a draw. So I leave Lamont Roach fight of the year last year. But when you look at his destination, you know, Roman Williams and Payton, I'm happy as hell. Because this fight is going to put ain't no Williams and Payton if he gets the victory. You feel me? But You feel me? When you look at the whole landscape for the WBC, you want to see my guy. I got him putting in those numbers, you know? I got him putting in those numbers. Some of these motherfuckers spinach. Damn, I got one spinach. Gotta get spinach, man. Gotta eat spinach. My big skinny, you gotta eat spinach. Yo, rinse the spinach off. You rinse the spinach off, throw that bitch in with the eggs and whip it up. I mean, like, you in the kitchen cooking. What is it? Oh, you hear me? Look at the wrist, man. Now, the bitch ready to cook about. Don't forget back to my roach. If Lamont Roach wins his Williams and Hayes fight, I'm talking about in a pure fashion. A pure ass whooping. Listen, bro. Listen. Listen. Listen, they already got him as a pay-per-view star. Lamont can become a pay-per-view star. Shout out Decent. Shout out to DMP here. I would love to see it. You know, we seen it, but for Williams and Payton, if Williams and Payton win this fight, some heavy shit going on in boxing, y'all. Yeah, if Williams and Payton get this victory, hey, and become a WBC champion, hey, let me know, people. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what y'all think. Because I'm putting I'm gonna give Zepeda this problem. Get a little bit of sea salt. You gotta get the sea salt, man. You gotta use sea salt. That's the real fucking salt. You know what I mean? Gotta get some sea salt, you know, put that shit in. You know? And sometimes, you know, you go there, you see what it say. Like Dr. Sebi, see more, you know what I mean? You put in CCC, I was raw dog, you know what I mean? They call me raw dog, Get that? Eat that bitch raw dog, my nigga. Raw dog. You heard me speak. You gotta look at it always. My apologies. My apologies, y'all. I know I'm very weird with this shit. I mean, I know I'm very weird with this shit. You know, you see, you get the real landable with butter. You know what I mean? But you want it that. You get real butter. Don't get that margarine shit, all of that spray. Get real butter. Real shit. I'm gonna eat this sound fat. I got you right there. Take it out. It's on. You know what I mean? Yeah, we gotta, going back to Williams Taylor was like, you know, it's big for us. Because people will take that, dude. It's honey wheat, turn heat. What's your thing of Williams to get the victory over LAMONT ROACH? Those career. Was career go up or it just stay stagnant? Come on, YouTube. People back in my live, man. Amen. You go home, you might really get stop it. Stop. Stop. Get into the next thing. My dog, damn, my phone right, and I was cooking and stuff. Hey, Tim, what up, man? This Ali crazy right there. I don't know, man. This Ali crazy. It's headed to the Senate, but we gonna see what's gonna transpire. We're gonna see what transpires. My apologies on eating things spinach. Yeah. But yeah, getting back to LAMONT and winning ZEPEDA, be a good victory for either fighter. I just got LAMONT. I don't know, he got a good feeling LAMONT will end up stopping with his head. And he's finally going to get his breakthrough fight. Because when you look at his situation, he fought champions. When you look at Jamil Herring, champion. Hector Garcia, champion. Tank Davis, champion. Pitbull was a former champion, you know? And V Money, my audio still there? My audio still there? It's crazy. I don't know why my audio fucked up. I don't know why it's fucked up. I don't know why it's messed up. Alright. Yeah, that shit happened when they started to zap. Because my joint was cool earlier. And then, when I started, I was talking heavy about the Ali act. I'm going to go off and come back in. Because I'm going to go off and come back in. Give me something. I'm going to go off live and come back in. Can y'all hear me now? I know that shit. I don't know. When they zapped me, that shit just started fucking me up. Can y'all hear me now? Hopefully, y'all can hear me now good. I don't know. The shit just be weird, yo. Because earlier I just was talking about, doing the opening, I just was talking about the Ali act, and I didn't know they was gonna do this shit to me, man. Damn. Ali act headed to the Senate. That's all I was talking about. And they torture a motherfucker like this. Corny. That shit be corny. Thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate some AV. VA, what up? But yeah, if Williams ZEPEDA beats Lamont Roach, do his career get elevated? Or if Lamont beat Williams ZEPEDA, because listen, I'm gonna keep it talking. When you just look at Lamont last, adding Williams ZEPEDA towards the Williams ZEPEDA fight, and you look at, thank you, I appreciate it. Lamont been in some fights. He been in some tough bouts. He been in some real tough bouts. Even Williams ZEPEDA too. But right here it can put with this victory and becoming the WBC champion. Yeah, look, Lamont gonna be something totally different. And what I mean by that is it's gonna elevate his career more. We seen what happened when he captured the WBA title at 130 against Hector Garcia in the Tank fight, Pitbull fight. A lot of people started talking about him more. Tank made him famous. We can't lie about that. Especially the storyline, the history they have. And if he was able to beat Williams ZEPEDA in June and capture that title, the rematch with him and Gervonta Tank Davis is going to be on a whole nother level. Don't be surprised. It might be one of the biggest. I can't say that. I don't know. Which rematches is more? Both of Tank rematches, Tank Pitbull, Tank Lamont, or Ryan versus Devin. Me, I don't know. I'm always choose the Ryan versus Devin rematch because of what happened, But the Tank and Lamont joint is crazy too because it ended up a draw, The controversial knee when, certain fighters, a fighter can take a knee, you just gotta. I don't want to talk about it. I just want people to learn the rules. But I don't know. The shit just. I'm gonna choose Devin and Ryan as the biggest rematch in boxing right now.
just because of what Devin did, you know, and the fake PED scandal and shit, you know. But, we got two great rematches. That's all I can say. And could we get them in 2026? Hopefully, we can end off the year with a banger because 2026 fire right now. 2026 is fire right now. All these good fights we getting, hey, let's get them. Because last year fights was ass. We ain't winning none of those fights. Niggas lying, talking about Turkey putting on the biggest fights in boxing. Nigga, we ain't get Benavidez versus Canelo. Nigga, we ain't get Bud versus Boots. Nigga, you gave us Madrimov. Nobody want no fucking Madrimov. Bud knew who was his motherfucking mandatory once he beat Spence. He know Boots was his mandatory for the second time. And my people, Bud and Boots, they had the same manager, Cameron Duncan. Just letting the game know. Nah, man, skate. They all know of each other. Because I'm going to keep it tall. If Bud would have went the PBC route, his whole resume would have changed. Because Top Rank ain't give him that. And people might get mad what I'm about to say, and I don't give a fuck. But when I first seen Bud fight, I was like, damn, why he over there? Because they gave him the Mayweather treatment. Do anybody remember when Floyd was over Top Rank? Remember, Bob Arum, Golden Boy was Golden Boy. It was Oscar. No, and I'm going to keep it real. Floyd used to hate on Oscar a lot. No, Oscar was a pay-per-view star. Floyd wanted to become a pay-per-view star. You know, Al Heyman helped Floyd buy himself out of that contract. Remember when he became his advisor, etc. You know? But when you look at it, Bud got that same treatment. They promise you fights, all lies, especially that Pacquiao situation, all lies. And I believe Bud would have been he would have been a pay-per-view star in 2018 if he would have signed the PBC. I do believe that. And I do believe I wasn't highly on Spence. I was never highly on Spence. And when I seen Sean Porter fought Spence, that's the first thing came to my head. I said, damn, Terrence Crawford or Jerron Ennis will knock Spence out and Smokey. Fought before the car accidents, because I seen him. I seen how he fight. And when I seen Derrick James, I seen the blueprint. I'm like, he's easy work. And when Bud went in there and did it, I was like, all right, you know, okay. I know I was right on something. But I just wish he would have signed with PBC because the check that he got now, he would have been got. And he still made the most money without him. The back end is crazy, man. Fuck a large lump sum. The back end is crazy. And one thing about them brothers, once you sign to them, you sell your soul, man. You sell your fucking soul, you know? I mean, I'm sorry I'm saying it, you know, but it's the truth. It's the truth. And it ain't no disrespect to Zuffa, but if you're signing a Zuffa, nigga, you got no motherfucking sponsorships. You got none of that. They're going to take that shit. We seen it happen to Rampage Jackson. You know? And like I say, the Ali Act protects everything they doing. What they trying to do is the shit that goes on across seas, they're trying to bring here. It made it to the Senate. A Trump, do not listen, bro. This is America, bro. I voted for your ass 3 times. Don't piss us off. We supported you, nigga. Do not piss us off. Do not piss us the fuck off. Do not piss us off, my nigga. And you can tell the UBO, we don't need no fucking UBO. And I'm telling you people to pay attention. MMA fighters, just understand. Shout out to ESPN for putting up their footnote.
and their 2 cents in the game to expose what's really going on. You want to go the UBO route, or you want to deal with the? I'm dealing with the body sanctions. I'm not dealing with the UBO route, because you go over there and deal with them, you will never be ranked for a championship. You would never be ranked. Yeah, I voted for Trump, bro. I can't never let a woman get in office. You hear me? It ain't no problem, nigga. I've been in jail. I know how them fucking women are in jail. You give them power, bro. It's the wrong thing. I'm gonna choose a man all the time. Hey, tell me, you would have voted. You would have been president. I would have voted for you. All right, all right. You know, um, but at the end of the day, man, the shit they doing, the shit they bringing into boxing, yeah, all them niggas was cheats. All them niggas was cheat. Tell me, I'm about to run for president. Fuck that. Shit, I'm about to run for something. I'm about to run for fucking president. Them niggas can win. I know I can win. We gonna be eating. I was president. All right. All right. Everything going on out here. Oh, the feds, every nigga that paid taxes, all that shit go back into the people pocket. But I will fuck the game up, bro. I will eliminate taxes, get rid of the IRS, bro. I'll do all that shit. I'm going back. Excuse my language, y'all. I'm going back to when motherfucking Abraham Lincoln brung out the greenback currency. You know what I mean? I'm giving the America their sovereignty back. And I love that, Timmy. I love what Zufa. I love what the zone is doing. I love that. But you know, PBC the powerhouse, man. PBC ain't going over there. I mean, and long as they keep that shit like that, because when you know what the crazy thing when I see the zone, when they gave Eddie Hearn that $1 billion and had him come to the States, all them people that's fucking with the zone now wasn't none of them giving Eddie Hearn a chance. Yeah, Xander a tough opponent. Like me with Virgil is not like that, bro. Your last 5 fights was all sparring partners. When you fought Maurice Hooker, bro, at 147, you were supposed to come straight back and fight Stanley Jonas, but you didn't. So when you look at Virgil, like, I'm gonna keep it tall, bro. Virgil ain't fighting no fucking. Virgil is not that, and I'm glad Boachuk exposed his ass. Boachuk got robbed that fight. Boachuk beat Virgil, but the world heard before the fight. We can go back and watch the fight. The world heard Turkey told Oscar Virgil win this fight is gonna be Virgil versus Crawford, and we didn't get it. No, we didn't get it. Remember, Xander stepped up to fighting, which I knew everything was all smoke and mirrors, because I want people to pay attention. When Virgil stated that Boots ducting, I want y'all to pay attention with me clearly, y'all. Remember, that same week, it was only a 3-day span, right? Supposedly Boots ducked Virgil, because remember, they said that they sent the contract. Virgil and them side, Golden Boy sent the contract to fight Boots at 147. Eddie Hearn sent it back and said, y'all sure y'all want to fight at 147? Not at 154? You feel me? I want people to go back and just listen to those interviews. When Eddie Hearn sent the contract back. But the key thing that what I'm about to display is crazy. So if Boots and Virgil going through this shit with Ish Henson, and y'all saying no at 147, y'all wanted at 154, where the fuck do Tio and Devin Haney come in at? You feel me? So Ish Henson sent Devin Haney a contract to fight Boots at 152. Devin Haney sent the contract back and said, we never had a fight at 152. We never had a fight at 147, so how you want us to fight at 152?
You know what Ish told him? Your fight at 144 was a welterweight fight. When you fought Jose Ramirez at 144, a catchweight, that was labeled a welterweight fight. Same thing. Remember, you, even Rolly and Ryan was a 144 fight. But it counted as what? A welterweight fight. Even though that catchweight at 144, how Rolly became a champion. You feel me? So that's when I seen Devin, Tio, and Virgil, that whole 4-day process, saying Boots ducked them, I knew it was bullshit. Because at the end of the day, who did Boots end up fighting? Stanionis, which is a champion, better name than all of them niggas right now. Because none of them got nothing to give me. You know, I'm just keeping it tall. That's how I knew all that shit was smoke and mirrors. And I made videos about it, and I got zapped about it. They shadow banned me about it, but it's cool though. It's something small to a giant, man. Something small to a motherfucking giant. You know, and once I seen that, I'm like, these niggas full of shit. And I always tell Devin Haney, like, Dev, if you did talking about you accept the fight at 147, why you ain't take it? Why you ain't? And this is the crazy thing is once Boots left 147, all of these niggas start coming in. All of these niggas start coming in. The same way these niggas talk bad about Tank resume from Virgil Ortiz, all of these top welterweights and super welterweight, they all still fighting Boots leftovers, man. Majority of these people still got people that Boots and Bud fought on their resume. Thomas Delorme is a heavy name. Boots and Bud swept that nigga. Swept him. Already made him injured, damaged goods. Bud baked it the cake, Boots put the icing on it and blew out the candle. So when it fought him, the other brothers fought him, it doesn't mean nothing. Like for instance, Forsaker, right? Didn't Tank beat the dog shit out of Forsaker? But when Ryan fight Forsaker, it's a big name for him, right? Or when Thomas Delorme or these other brothers end up fighting Virgil, it's a big name for them. But not when Boots and Bud already whipped their ass. You know what I mean? But it's cool when a certain person fight him. Hey, come on, fuck on, bro. I don't be trying to hear none of that. It's like you got all of these lightweights talk bad about Tank resume, but all of these niggas is fighting Tank leftovers. I watched Devin Haney saying Devin, if you got the best resume in boxing, after you beat them, how many of them became champions? Your resume is not aging like fine wine, brother. That shit butt cheeks. You know, and you a cool fighter. Don't get me right. Listen, I probably bet on Devin because of the bullshit he did to get his old back. No, I'm real highly on that. That's called the sucker move. Because people talk bad about Cotto, but Cotto lost because of plaster in the motherfucking gloves. Know what I mean? And he didn't get his old back. He got that shit back in blood. You know? And I like to tell the world, and I always said it. If you ain't got no pop, how you gonna keep a nigga off your ass? By the 5th round, when you abandon your jab, how you gonna keep a person off your ass? Know what I mean? Because a lot of people need to understand throwing that jab a lot. You know, it's a 12-round fight. You always got a second half, but you always got quarters in them 12 rounds, from the 1st to the 4th, from the 5th to the 7th, from the 8th to the 10th, and then you got your championship rounds. You know. And my oldest son, he'll tell you he got a championship fight this Saturday, and he'll tell you, I'm heavy on being a 12-round fighter. I'm heavy on the legs because your legs is going to carry you 12 rounds. You know, I'm heavy on that shit. I'm heavy on the tank. I'm heavy on the engine. It's all about that motherfucking engine. Not the little engine that wish he could. It's all about, nigga, could you go there? You know, and it's about doing it. Because me, I always tell my kids, to try, take that out of your vocabulary because we don't try. Trying is for failures. We do it. There's a difference from trying something and there's a difference from doing something. The shit that you're trying, you ain't got to say you're trying because you're doing it. You're doing it. It might work for you or might not. So you ain't got to say, I've tried it. No, I did it. It didn't work for me. So I went this route and this route ended up working for me. you know, because what will work for others might not work for you. What work for you might not work for others, you know. But my son will tell you, I'm heavy on the engine, you know, and I'm watching a lot of these fighters nowadays, you know, they gas out too early. You know, like I was heavy on Dave Morrell, Caleb Plant. But once I started to see them fight the second half of the fight, after the fifth round, sixth round, going into the ninth round, I'm like, damn, they tanking like that. They a little durable, but they tank is not like that. They gassing too fast, you know? And it shows that a lot of people put more into the first half of the fight instead of the second. Because you're trying to do too much. And don't believe me, look at a lot of Caleb Plant fights. Benavidez, Canelo. Just look at the first 4 or 5 rounds in both fights. Was Caleb Plant up? Did it look like Caleb Plant was winning the fight? And then once the second half come in, you feel me? You see certain fighters start to decline. You see Dave Morrell always decline. After the sixth round, he looked good the first 5, but from the 6 on up, he looked too sluggish. He looked too sloppy. You know, same thing with Caleb Plant. You know, and I do believe, shout out to Bread Man who won in his corner. You know, tighten it up a little bit to get him to go. You know, to tighten up. Now I mean, instead of 6, you know, 2 more rounds, give him an 8 round expansion. But bro, you still got 4 more rounds to put that pain in. So that's why I tell people you gotta learn. You gotta learn which rounds to take off. You know, I called it quarterly. You know, from the first to the fourth, from the fourth to the seventh, the eighth to the 10th, and then you know the championship rounds. You know, from 10 to 12. You know, you gotta learn which ones to take off. And me personally, you know, at least the third round, I'll go on cruise control in the third round. Cause what fucks people up and what's helping people game plan is that when the first round come, y'all studying each other. What the fuck you need to study the person for? Nah, don't do that. You go in there, knock off his game plan in the first 2 rounds. So by the time the third round coming, you can take off that round because he's not going to know. So when the third round come, a person think you resetting, and the whole time you not. You lining him up for your game plan. My oldest son will tell you, I always tell him, son, it's a big ass ring. I understand the amateur pedigree, whatever, but you can dictate the fight, and it starts now. If you can do that in a ring now and dictate the fight, when you turn pro, it's just the signature. It's just the signature and the headgear off. That's all it is, my brothers. You feel me? Your style, you learn it today. Oh, facts. Do Puerto Ricans have? I'm gonna be real. I know Puerto Rico and Mexico, you know, but all Latin people like that. But I don't really know. I mean, I'm in Philly. I don't know. I don't know, Timmy T. You know, in boxing, it's just Puerto Rico. We hold America down, so we going against all the other Latino motherfuckers because they don't like Puerto Ricans. I'm gonna keep. Don't no other Latino race they hate Puerto Ricans because we the only Latino race that don't need a green card. I mean, we real American citizens, but it ain't no disrespect. Like us and black, we the same fucking people. We the same people. The only thing was when our ancestors ran to Puerto Rico and them fucking Spaniards seen us, they say, oh, look at them Tainos. If you know what a Taino mean, that shit mean copper people. Puerto Ricans are the copper people. We the dark skinned people. Just like the blacks. We all the same people, but you know how history fucked up. And it's everybody, every shade. You know what I mean? It's not a color. We are just different shades of wheat, bro. We are different shades of wheat. You feel me? So like when I grew up, the word was prejudice. You know what I mean? Then when racism came in, you're like, what the fuck? I synced it. I synced that shit clear as day. Oh, this is all propaganda. How y'all just say fuck prejudice and go straight to racism? Like, it's all propaganda. Then when you look at the people, the communist people that's behind the shit, like when I seen that bitch had them fat 3 bitches, Black Lives Matter, and I seen that fist, yo, hey Timmy T, since I was a kid in the 80s, every time we went to school and I used to see the Black Panthers pics, first thing I used to tell my teacher, Mr. Carter, I said, yo, ain't that the communist fist? My old head used to smile because he was a veteran. He was a veteran, an army veteran. I mean, brought his homie from the Air Force, bro. These brothers told us they taught me so much, but they loved it. The conversations that I had as a kid talking to him. I remember when it was Matias versus Pollo and heard it was a robbery. And I heard it was a robbery too. But one thing about Ricans, or any Latin race, and especially Puerto Rico, it's a robbery with everybody. But once you got a Puerto Rican nigga fight, we holding America down, you know? Um, yeah, but yeah, no other Latino race don't like these motherfuckers, you know what I mean? I don't even like these motherfuckers, you know what I mean? You feel me, nigga? I don't like people, man. Niggas be doing a bunch of bitch shit. You feel me, Timmy? We be watching some shit like nut ass motherfuckers, you know? Then motherfuckers gotta tell you what word you man. I don't care about none of that. I don't care. You can call me a nigga. I'm not none of that. You feel me? And if niggas knew the word of the word nigga, you know that shit. It ranks you high like a king or queen. That guy makes you a king or queen. But you got dumbass people that don't know nothing. You know. Then you got some people that'll pick up a book and read, and then they think they know what the fuck they talking about. Niggas don't know nothing they talking about. I remember a blind sheikh, Ibn Abbas, that brother said, he said, us scholars, we learn in this book and we still learning. You motherfuckers will pick up the book and then, I'm halal balal. You don't get your halal balal ass the fuck up out of here. I mean, like y'all, it's all propaganda with you motherfuckers. Especially with them little 3 fat bitches. You know what I mean? Like, bitch, you don't get the fuck up out of here. And then when you look at their site, it talks about, well, we gotta get the man out the house. Bitch, you already did that, but calling the cops on us. You know what I mean? So I got banned for that shit. Like, too, I was on some crazy shit, man. I be wanting to snap, but I be chilling, man. I be chilling. I got banned for this shit, That's why I say when people go on TikTok and look up my shit, I really got banned for this shit, But it's cool. It's cool, That's why I like Turkey and Trump. But this shit really happening because I can look at it, And I just been. It's that when the shit I learned about Turkey, because Turkey helped save the world, y'all. And that's one thing I'm not going to take from that man. No, probably when I'm talking about the sport of boxing, whatever. But now that I'm starting to see it, I'm like, damn, they probably getting all of the bad actors out of boxing, or all of the bad actors from out behind the scenes. But then when you watch the shit that they bringing in, you like, this shit some communism shit, bro. This shit not allowed over here in America. And then when you look at the people that's signing this shit and allowing it, you like, hold the fuck up. Ain't y'all niggas on the Jeffrey Epstein list? Ain't you freaky niggas on the Jeffrey Epstein list? I'm saying though, that shit be crazy. But yeah, how Turkey got MSB into office was, well, I'm happy. Shout out MSB, shout out Turkey, because Turkey listened to me, because I had to check him. I had to check Turkey, nigga. And then now you starting to hear Turkey mention his prince a lot. I checked the shit out of Turkey. Know what I mean? You're not a fucking prince, nigga. Mohammed bin Salman is, nigga. Put respect on my nigga fucking name, nigga. But I respect you for what you did for the world. And a lot of people don't know. Just go do your research, man. Look at who Obama homie was. Look who was in power before the prince. Right? And that nigga was connected to Jeffrey Epstein. And the shit they did was diabolical. No, this the wrong channel to bring it up on, but I want people to do your due diligence. And the reason I say this, because yes, I am in the 9. Yes, I was in the 9, and I'm still is. You can go on TikTok, and I always tell people, just go to TikTok, punch up hashtag Farm Boy Louie. You're gonna see Farm Boy Louie, and you're gonna see Farm Boy Louie 13 ONE3. And when you see my hashtags, that should say 1.4 million on each one. You feel me? My Louis 13 had 800,000 at the time. I'm a 200 view nigga. Listen, hey Timmy T, majority all of these videos that's out here that's popping on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, they gotta do it. I was the nigga that was putting them videos out. I got some shit that'll fuck the world up. You understand me? But all I tell people, all you gotta do is get a VPN, get the onion, and go on the dark web. And once you get on there, I'll give you all of the information to look up. And you read it, you're gonna be like, what the fuck? Frazzle drip. It was a couple of frazzle drips, but the real frazzle drip happened in the woods with Hillary Clinton and Omar Abedin. It happened in the woods with the little girl. If I'm not mistaken, her name was Kate. She was like 10, 14 years old. You know what they did to that little girl was crazy. And the next thing you know, you got the nigga Virgil put it on a shirt. Jay-Z and Ellen DeGeneres was wearing. He put it on the shirt, the frazzle drip face on the shirt. This is a fact, y'all. You know what I mean? But no, I'm doing the same thing in boxing, but in a different way. I'm just telling people the truth and trying to give them the game. You know, I'm based on tradition. I love tradition. You know, when I grew up watching boxing, that's the tradition I love. This tradition, I call it the Mayweather effect. You know how they got the Mandela effect? I call this era in boxing the Mayweather effect. Just like you got the LeBron effect right now. We had the Jordan effect. Then from the Jordan effect, it went to the AI effect. Allen Iverson effect. Everybody would have crossed niggas over. Now you got the James effect, LeBron James. And what that is, you can be corny as shit and you gonna have the biggest check. Know what I mean? That's all I'm saying. No, but shout out to Brian. You know, I ain't talking about Brian, because Brian was a special opponent. But the people that they trying to make like LeBron, y'all not gonna get another LeBron, my niggas. Y'all not gonna get another Carmelo, which my cousin, he did win that rookie season, bro. And they robbed my cousin. Shout out Big Cuzzo. Hey Carmelo, what's up, Cuzzo? Nah, man, I'm sorry, world. I told you who one of my cousins is. I appreciate it. You know, people ain't gotta believe me. Long as me and Mello know, long as me and Curly know his dad, long as me and his mother know, and they know who, like that's it. And if you come to our motherfucking fan reunion, you'll see that nigga. Yeah. And Ryan ain't crazy no more because all that shit came out to be true. You feel me, Timmy? Hey, Tim, I got some shit. Like that Las Vegas shooting. Oh my God, bro. People gonna find out. They're gonna find out about the helicopter. The CIA nigga on the helicopter. Chopping them niggas down. Had the video and all that. Well, I still got the video. It's on my other phone. When I try to upload it, they fuck me up. Especially on YouTube too. On my rap channel, they fuck me up. When the nigga, the Kyle Rittenhouse young boy, when he came and protected his neighborhood and them other people, had a video, you know, yo, them Black Lives Matter, they was trying to kill that young boy, bro. They was trying to unalive him. And how he protected himself? How the fuck you giving me copyright strikes for some dumb shit? Yeah, Melo should have got that shit, man. My cousin should have got that shit, man. And the crazy thing, when he came into the league, I'm in work release. My uncle was like, yeah, man, you know, our cousin just, because they was always talking about it. So when Melo was in Syracuse, my family here in Philly, they used to always go to the games. Yeah, we got game cousin playing. But I'm in the streets. Like, yeah, we got cousin playing basketball. So in my head, I'm like, oh, I got a Spanish cousin from La Mikey now, a famous merengue group. You know, I got some cousins in baseball. My other cousin, you know, an LGBTQ messing with a famous baseball player too. I got a cousin that's a back catcher. Now we getting one in the NBA. When that nigga came in, yo, I'm like, this nigga flames. And then when LeBron got it, I'm like, bro, LeBron, you was hurt for 30 fucking days. And a lot of people don't even remember that. No, because I used to sit in my cell. I was in jail watching this shit. And I used to look, yo, that's my fucking cousin right there. Niggas used to be like, next thing you know, pictures used to come, all that. They used to be like, yo, that really is. I'm like, bro, I tell you, nigga, I didn't even know he was my cousin till my uncle told me, you know? But that shit just was crazy, man. You know how they did Mello, man. And they blackballed my cousin from getting the chip. All that bullshit that was really going on and transpiring, man. You know, and that's why I tell people, you know, learn the business. We got to learn the business of these sports because a lot of us think we do and we don't know, you know? And what I'm starting to believe in sports, you know, because when you betting, you see the shit clear as day. Like Ken Ward, when I see you, nigga, and I see that nigga, when I see your coach, I'm gonna fuck your coach up. Because every time y'all bitch ass niggas was on 4th and goal, y'all niggas fuck my parlay up. Y'all should have kicked those fucking field goals and I would have hit on my parlay. But first quarter, how the fuck you going for it on first quarter? From the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter. You never kicked the field goal. You just kept going for it. every fourth and goal, and all you gotta do is put 3 points up on the board. It's gonna get you there. You know, and when I seen that shit, all I said, yo, this shit is just a live Broadway play. It's a sports Broadway play, and that's how I started to look at sports. And the only thing we got left is boxing. And now they bringing it to boxing. They bringing the story. Like, we never heard of storylines in boxing and none of that. We just knew of grudge matches. Now they tell you, oh no, this is a crazy storyline. This is the script. And I tell people, when shit is scripted like that, like when people look at Jermaine Ortiz versus Keyshawn, Jermaine Ortiz was put there to lose. He wasn't put there to win that night. And everybody seen Jermaine got an extra $500,000 to $1 million for letting Keyshawn stop him. You know, when he hit that was a bullshit ass stoppage, man. That was a bullshit ass stoppage, you know. And that's a fact. That shit was a bullshit ass one. That shit was crazy. So that shit was a bullshit stoppage. Hannibal, what up? Yeah, listen. Hey, Hannibal, we know the mob run this shit, bro. But what the fuck you think what you think of who's a part of the UBO, bro? You got a bunch of motherfuckers that's really piece of shits about to come trying to bring in this UBO shit to fuck up the game, bro. And then when you look at majority of the people on the board, it's all people from across the pond. You got to remember the Ali Act don't work across seas. They only work here in America. So why you think fighters across seas get robbed and they want to come over here to America to become stars? Dalton Smith told you. He said to become a star, every nigga tell you got to come to America to become a star. And now by this UBO shit happening, bro, it's going to be hard to break a nigga in America now. It's going to be hard as shit to break a motherfucker in America, bro. It ain't no disrespect, but it's the truth. What is y'all bringing? And then when you look at the people that you signing, you like Zuffa, y'all supposed to put all of the back in between the niggas y'all got. Oh, we got Robert Merriweather. You know, we got Oswaldo John Molina. Oh, we got the young, like certain people you got. You know what I mean? That nobody never heard of. You should be putting your money and main focus behind these brothers, not trying to get a Jay Opataya. Now Jay whole career fucked up. He will never fight for a body sanction again. But you got to be careful for what Dana White talk a whole bunch of bullshit. We're not dealing with the body sanctions. We're not doing this. We're not doing that. But what happened? You end up doing it. Now you backpedaling and backtracking all of the bullshit you said out your mouth. Dana is not good for boxing, bro. He's not good for boxing. He's not good for boxing. All people got to do is just go back and look it up. Oh, now the fighters get 200 a fight. Bro, what the fuck is you talking about? Yes, you know, when you're a pro boxer and you ain't got no promotional company and you having your first fight, yeah, you can get paid up. The lowest is 150, the highest is 700, close to $1,000, bro. But then it changed from an 0-10 fighter. But people gotta understand is when you're looking at other people, these niggas are signed to big promotional companies. So me being a businessman that I am, why should I go sign to a promotional company? Fuck it. I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna stack my money and I'm gonna start my own promotional company and sign myself. So when I go deal with these motherfuckers, oh, you want to buy me out of my contract. Then the money you ask for, you know what they're gonna say? Nah, well, we can cross promote with you. Now what you doing? When you got to fight, you sign your own fighters and put them on. The next thing you know, you cross promoting, but you learning the game, and nigga, you can get funded by throwing on your own events. But a lot of people don't know that shit. You start from the Shitland circuit, you start from the grassroots circuit, you start from the club circuit and build your name. It's all about the back end money, my brother. Everybody that's getting these large lump sums, what the fuck you think these brothers making on the back end? Because that's something they don't want you to know. It's just like the record labels. The record labels do the same thing. Dana fucked that sport up, bro. You gotta see, you're looking at the company, not the fighters, my brother. You hear me, Hannibal? The fighters don't like they pay. The fighters bitching about they pay. But you see communism because you can't talk crazy because of the contract you sign. Of the contract you make it make sense. Listen, shout out my nephew-in-law. If anybody knows, since I've been talking, you should know who my nephew-in-law is. These niggas got paid in Bitcoin money. But you know what's the crazy thing is? When he signed that contract to go over there and fight, don't you know you signed NDA so you can't disclose the money you made or the purse you got? Make that shit make sense to me. Do you know a fighter, Hannibal, that you know dearly, that you see every fucking day, that went over and fought in Riyadh season? Do you know any? Because I do. I know one personally, and it's my motherfucking nephew-in-law. Personally, and then y'all all know who he is if I say his name. Just make it make sense. When I do his interview, you're gonna understand better who's my nephew-in-law is. But make it make sense to me. When he told me, he said, "Yeah, we had to sign the NDA." I'm like, "For what?" Because we can't disclose the money we got, but we got paid in Bitcoin too. That shit was big in the 2024 2025, or go in the mid of 2025. Because I was talking about it. I was talking about it, my brother. Even Rolly told y'all niggas, I ain't get paid yet. Niggas trying to pay me in Bitcoin. I'm telling y'all the game, the shit people is doing. Make the shit make sense. Yeah, I understand. And that's what I'm saying. The MMA sport is winning, right? But you got to remember, to book an MMA fight, you got to go through the UFC. Just listen, ESPN just put another article out there how everything is ran. So it's just like the UBO is the people that's going to be, all right, if you a champion, one belt, we talking about one belt per division, make the shit make sense. One belt per division. Make it make sense. What the fuck is y'all talking about? Then if a nigga in the UBO or Dana don't like you or Turkey don't like you, you ain't never got to get ranked. They ain't got to rank you. They ain't got to do none of that shit. Make it make sense, my brother. Make the shit make sense. No sponsors, even outside, you know nothing. You don't own nothing. You don't own nothing. You don't even own your fucking identity. You don't own nothing. You don't think Jay Opataya going through all of that shit right now? What's the best? Hey, Hannibal, what's the best? Who did they sign that nobody don't know of? They running around still trying to sign all of these other fighters. But how's the best fighting the best? How many people is fighting the best, bro? You see, everybody just going off what other people say. Boxing got a lot of titles, bro. It's different divisions. So you got the main belt and the interim. You got the main belt, then the interim. So if it's different divisions, if you got 17 fucking divisions, of course it's going to be, you got your regular 17 titles for each division, right? Then you add the interims, right? Am I right or wrong? You add the interims, right? So what? That's what, like 34 fucking titles? There's like 34 titles. But people never should have let the WBO come in the game in 2000. Nobody never should have let them other 9 divisions come into the game in 2000. Because it was 8 divisions. If anybody been watching boxing, you know the boxing was 8 divisions. And need to go back to 8 but didn't Dana White say, well, we're going back to tradition, 8 divisions. Then what the fuck he do for Jay Opataya? Made a 5th division. So it shows that everything they saying, they going back on their word. All of them niggas came out and said, we're not dealing with none of the body sanctions. But look what all of them going through now. And they fucked up. Now, Jay Opataya, he got the dumbest lawyers in the world because they fucked it up. Dana White, all of them niggas fucked it up. All of them fucked it up. And the key thing is that we do not know what's going on behind the scenes, bro. It's like you arguing with your girl and the girl called the cops. The cops come, they're going to end up locking your ass up because they're going to believe the female, right? Then you go to court, the judge is just a nigga that's in between. Just a nigga that's in between. And you ain't going to never know the truth. Nobody ain't going to know the truth but you and your lady during the time y'all was arguing. You know you ain't hit her. You know you ain't do none of that shit. But when the cops come and they lock your ass up, she going to say that you hit her. No marks, no nothing on them. This is the shit that I talk. We don't know what goes on behind the scenes. Excuse me. And for a nigga to come in and attack the crazy how they zapping me, y'all. That's crazy how they zap me, y'all. That's crazy. I keep telling y'all. Y'all be thinking I be bullshitting. Y'all see it clear as day. They zap me. They zap the shit out of me. It's corny. This shit corny, y'all. Crazy how they zapping me, y'all. That's and then y'all people think I be lying. The boxing gods told me to keep my motherfucking foot on their neck, and I'm gonna keep doing it. I don't care how many times y'all zap me. I don't care none of that. I'm on y'all motherfucking helmet, man, because I know I'm telling the truth. I know this the truth. The boxing gods said facts. Keep your motherfucking feet on their neck, because at the end of the day, everything they doing to you, there's an outcome for that, and we got something for their ass. We got something for their ass. So keep zapping me. Keep zapping me, niggas. Keep zapping me. It's so real, y'all. They zap me so much. On my comments, I can't even post a comment. I can't even post a comment. It's a fact, bro. It's crazy, but it's cool though. Something small to a giant, man. Something small to a giant. Something small to a giant, man. But I know I'm telling the truth. Hey, son, I told you, man, when we be on their fucking ass, this is what they do to us, man. They don't want the world to know the truth. You can keep zapping. You can keep zapping and zapping and zapping. At the end of the day, I still do great numbers on Facebook. It's so real, bro. They came to my Facebook and attacked my Facebook. These niggas attacked my Facebook. I got restreamed, bro. On Instagram, they won't even make me upload my shit. Cause you know you know when you got restream and you pay monthly, like you can put all of your chat, bro. They only let me put YouTube and Facebook. Nigga, Twitter. Nigga, what they did to me on Twitter? Oh my god, bro. Alright, y'all banned me. I understand why I got banned for TikTok for some other shit. But this boxing shit, Twitter, Rick Morengi and Virgil Ortiz and Senior, a bunch of bitches. Turkey and them a bunch of bitches. I'm sorry, but yo, if y'all niggas can't stay the heat, you stay the fuck out the kitchen. Cause one thing I be disliking when the motherfucker be like, well, yeah, you know what you call it. You know, cause you hear a lot of these fighters, you know, a lot of these niggas never been in. Nigga, we outside fighting every day. Y'all niggas want to be us so bad, nigga. You can't. Nigga, you could tell you probably was a nigga that was getting beat the fuck up in school every day and couldn't fight to end up becoming a professional boxer. I can tell who's gifted and I can tell who's not. And all you niggas is shitty. And like I tell people, when you pay attention, all you see is the rise of across seas, man. Niggas can't take no body shots, man, but they force you to believe that they got all the dogs over there. Come on, man. Ain't no disrespect, nigga. It's about America. Dalton Smith, everybody tell you, Ben Winter, to become a star, you got to come to the Americas. You got to come to America to break out and become a star. That's why only a selected few come over here and get the opportunity. You understand me? There ain't no shade to Triple G. Triple G is what? The president of what? He the president of what? And y'all trying to bring the UBO? Like, come on, bro. Then when you look who's controlling the UBO, it's all niggas from across there. Just saying, though, man. I'm about to get up on out of here, man. What a great day. Thanks for zapping me. It ain't about nothing. You know, right now, I can't see right here on Restream. So give me 1 second. So I can go on my other phone and check out, run to this joint real fast. Give me 1 second, y'all. Cause I gotta run and see who all was in the comments. I know Timmy T. Shout out my broski Timmy T, who was in the comments. I know Timmy was one and Hannibal was the last one. So shout out Hannibal, Timmy T. So let me run. Yeah, I got my joint right now. All right, shout out Louis 13. Shout out Louis Azza. Shout out the R Queen 5683. Shout out Timmy T. Shout out VA Money Group. You already know what it is, broski. From VA to PA. No, from VA to PA. Timmy T, my guy. Hannibal, what up? You know, Hannibal, what up? But yeah, I'm gonna get up on out of here, man. Shit, crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy how they can zap a person, you know, trying to stop a person growth. But you know, Section 230 is supposed to prevent all that shit from happening. Come on, y'all's ass, man. I'm gonna sue the shit out you niggas when I find out. And I know who it is. I know who it is. And I'm gonna sue the shit out y'all. And another thing, please, you corny ass, ain't none of you fighters gangster, man. You never been in a prison cell. You never fought a homicide. You never fought no gun charges. Don't play with me. You see me in the streets, it's, hey, what's up? Because you run up on me, your bodyguard ain't going to be able to save you. That's all I'm saying. He won't be able to save you. Won't be able to save you. Well, I'm up on out of here, man. I'm going to get at you, brothers, man. I appreciate everybody that pulled up, you know. But this the type time I'm on right now, man.
1-3. Turn a brick of salt to a crack rock. Pussy get full like a laptop. And your main thought shit, mascot. Run through the floor at the trash spot. Suicide doors with a glass top. Talk about money, you a had not. And my lawyer tough like Matlock. Soon up in the corner, hit a K-pop. Pull up in the sucker in the gray drop. Hit a nigga up, then I skate out. Gotta lay low, then you fade out. Hit a nigga hole, take the safe out. 36 O's where you came bout. Send me fully loaded, blow your brains out. Hating on Louis with the hate bout. Gucci on the loafers and I'm stamped now. Clap back, whipping that cane. Bagging a brick, fucking these hoes. Drowning in 6, fork in the water, it's time to lock in. Pot on the stove, I'm at it again. Play with my order, I'm down in your man. Clip fully loaded, red dot on your head.
I'm up on
BBS
out of
what?
here, man.
Watch
Clap
brick.
back on my other channel.
You niggas is sick.
Tune in to
Back to the trap shit.
LOUIEONE3,
Black K make a
nigga.
backflip.